So, I was listening to this YouTuber, and he brought up the fact, like, why don't these podcasters with all these followers, why don't they run? You know, they're sitting here complaining about politics, this and that. Why don't they get their hands dirty and get in politics? Besides just, like, complaining about it. You know, somebody, I've said this, I've said it before. It just, I think I tweeted it out to Rich Cooper before. It's kind of like, you need to retire. Like, he just kept saying the same shit over and over, like that. Some type of saying he came up with on a live stream, and then, like, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and it just, like, keeps using it over and over. It's like, dude, just retire, man. Like, what are you doing? Go on to, like, Rollo Tomasi. Go into politics, man. You got a following. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you just want to keep making money? Oh, okay. So, like, you don't want to change anything. You don't want to try to make anything better. You know, and people being the first in the comments be like, oh, why don't you run? What am I supposed to do? I'm no better off than you. I'm just a regular person. I don't have any type of backing. You know, I'm not a sellout. So, famous people do see me tweet. They like some of the stuff I put, but they never follow me. They never retweet me. You know, it's like they don't engage in too much conversation. You know, they might come back with one like post. I think the most I've interacted with, like, a famous person, other than just, like, them just responding with one response, would be Marianne Williamson. She was actually, I was, like, slightly debating her a little bit. I don't know, a couple of responses anyway. That's the most I got out of these people. And then I'm seeing, like, the bold lib on Twitter saying, Twitter isn't socialist, and, like, we can't be. Basically, she's just trying to keep what she has, and she's making, like, political videos, and I don't like to listen to women talk about politics. That's the last thing I want to listen to women talk about politics. So whenever I hear, like, women, it's like, I don't want to hear them talk. I just don't. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not that I don't respect them or respect their intelligence. It's just, it's like I don't take them seriously. You know what I mean? It's like, you're a woman, dude. Like, get in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing out of the kitchen? Shouldn't you be, like, somebody's wife? She is one of the few more of the famous people. I guess she's Twitter famous, that has followed me back. But it took, like, she's basically, I had to say something to get her to follow me back, because she put out a tweet like, hey, I'll follow you back, whatever. Like, oh, you didn't follow me back, or something like that. But yeah, these people, they don't support me. They don't try to bring me onto their platforms. Like, there's no bringing anybody else up and letting them getting their hands dirty. It's just me. I need to make as much money as I can, and I want to complain about the problems in the system and do nothing about it. One of the coolest things I heard him say when he was talking about these podcasters is, so you're basically just telling us how they're screwing us over. Cool, now what? Cool. Like, you're telling me, like, I can do anything about it. I'm one person. Like, what am I supposed to do about it? I have no influence. I have no money. I'm just trying to survive out here. I'm trying to stay out of trouble, not screw anyone over, try to guide my kids in the right direction, and, you know, keep my head down, keep to myself, don't go to protests, don't get involved in any of that crap. I haven't worn a single piece of MAGA merchandise until I went on that debate. And the reason why I wore it is because he was supposed to be like a conservative, so I wore the hat. So, yeah. But, yes, when Trump won, I was like, I don't need to put myself out there anymore. I don't need to do this. So, you know, we won. We won that battle. But I'm not gonna keep, especially after Trump said, "Fuck you" to people like me because of the Epstein list. So, yeah, I find myself defending them. I mean, how can I not? Like, the left is deranged. So, and I don't hate that dude. I just I'm not gonna defend him like this, like I was. I'll defend it like the policies for America, try to make America great. I'm rooting for Trump, and I'm hoping he's not on that Epstein list. I'm hoping he's not a pedophile. But I'm wondering if they're going to I think all the pressure is on the Democrats. And I think the Republicans know that. You know, they can keep on saying, "Oh, the Republicans run they run everything." Slightly, they do. Yes, you're correct. They have slight control. I mean, they really when it comes to budgets. Whatever. I think it takes. They said it takes like 60 votes to get them passed through the Senate. So, yeah, you need Democrats' votes to get that bill passed, the budget, and that's what it's all about. Because the Republicans know, and the Democrats should know too. But if EBT does run out, and they don't turn it back on, let's just say they scrap the programs and they're like 42 Americans off on their own, in which I think the best way to go about it is fund the government, tell the Democrats we're trying to get these people off of welfare, and you need this on a big stage for everyone to see, and it should be like. It shouldn't be on either side. These mainstream media. This should be something that all mainstream media should just report with no bias. Letting people know that the Democrats are choosing the illegals over Americans. And they've already done it to the working class. They don't care about anybody but power. That's the only thing they care about is power. And if it was me, I wouldn't shut it down. I would definitely scale it back. And not everyone who uses welfare is scamming the system, but there are a lot of people scamming the system, and there are a lot of people who are just living off of the system, and they refuse to do anything to better their situation. So, but we need good jobs for people to go into. So that's why I think the tariffs are good, because they're going to bring back jobs here. It is crazy to think about how I get taxed to pay for these people, which I don't mind paying. I don't mind elderly, kids, and disabled people. But if you're an able-bodied person, if you're a person that's like a single mom, like, you need to figure it out. It's not something that you should be on forever. A couple years, like the way I did it, you know, I had a full-time job the entire time. I just didn't get paid enough. The government had to subsidize me because Subway didn't want to pay me enough. And it is what it is. And whether people want to say that's a real job or not, you know, it's a job. I mean, people. It's not a kid's job no more. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. It's a low-skilled job, sure. It's a low-skilled job. But it doesn't mean that these low-skilled jobs shouldn't pay a living wage. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, this is why I don't... If we have to pay more, then we have to pay more. I don't know what to say. Then I guess they have to raise the prices so much that people don't eat out as much anymore. And then those jobs go away. I don't know what to say. But if people work 40 hours a week, they should get paid a living wage. And it's not, $15 an hour like 6 years ago or whatever the Democrats were saying. Across the board. No. If you're going to do that across the board, which I think the minimum wage should be raised slightly to at least 12. I mean, that's a pretty big jump, honestly. That's, what is it, $7.75 right now? I think that's ridiculous. With all this inflation, they have not raised it, not one time. Since 2009. And this is my problem with Republicans, is because they sit here and then they say, like, I don't want people on welfare. Cool. We should try, and I agree, we should try to have as many people off welfare as we possibly can. But when people are out here working, they're working jobs 40 hours a week, they're being productive, but the job doesn't pay them enough to survive, they have to get subsidized because the companies don't want to pay. I don't give a fuck about mom and pop. Then you shouldn't be in business. If you can't pay people a living wage, you shouldn't be in business. You shouldn't be employing people. I don't know what to say. I'm not a business owner for a reason. That's why people went into business, because of freedom. I don't think so. I don't think owning a business and being your own boss is freedom. When I have to be on call 24/7, it's not freedom to me. Maybe that is to other people, and you know, maybe it is. Like, if they like doing what they do, but for me, running a business is work. It's no different than whatever I'm doing now. It's not something I want to do willingly. It's something I would have to do to survive. So I have a problem with the right as well, you know, and I call out both sides. I call it more so on the left because they're just fucking crazy at this point. But it doesn't make sense to keep doing what we're doing and expecting things are going to get better. No, they're going to get worse. And I have to tell you, boomers, or anybody that's think you're going to depend on Social Security when you retire, what's happening with EBT can easily happen with Social Security coming up within the next 10 years. Very easily. What is this? Bankrupt. Why are we shut down? Because we're going bankrupt. And they're trying to figure out how to stop it. We have to do serious reform to our government. We need to get these people, I don't know, like, if these people will not leave office because they're probably rigging the voting system, or they depend on retards to keep voting. Like, I don't think everybody should vote. I really don't. I think that you should have to pass a test. You should have to pass a test to be able to vote. You should have to be a productive member of society, whether you pay tax. Like, you got to be a net taxpayer on something, man. Our property taxes need to end across the board. Schooling doesn't need to cost as much as it does. We don't need new computers for these kids. Like they have computers in their pockets. You know what I mean? Like we don't need to get computers for these kids every year, like laptops or whatever. This says in the 2010s. Everyone has a fucking supercomputer in their pocket. So we can be more mobile and have less teachers in person and more digitally. We've already shown we can do that with the pandemic. So we don't have to go to school to go to go to class, every single class. No, I can go to a class and maybe I'm getting taught by somebody I want to be taught by. You know what I mean? Instead of like this person who I find extremely boring. I don't really like their personality. But I can find some podcaster that I like, some YouTuber, and they're teaching me. So it's just we need to think more creative with all this stuff. When I think about blockchain technology, I think, well, you know what? I think that sure, I think when they say that quantum computers will be able to hack Bitcoin, it's like, yeah, I guess they'll be able to hack everything then. So, like, what do you want from me? I don't know what to tell you. I think that Bitcoin will be good for the next 10 years, maybe 20 years. Who knows? I think especially it's going to be really, really well once we get past, human labor, which might happen in my lifetime. It'll just be in the digital world. You know what I mean? We'll basically just have capitalism in the digital world, in the video game world. Video games, I'm pissed off at video games for not coming up with like their own cryptos, man. I'm really fucking pissed at them for this. But I think they've done this on purpose because like they don't want you to get any value back out of your game. Nothing. They just want to like 100% fucking profits on every fucking thing. And it's just stupid. It's just like I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, Madden, if I was running Madden, I would be like, okay, we're taking a year off. And maybe I said this in a video, I don't know. We're gonna take a year off from releasing a game because we're gonna go actually like work on this thing. We're not gonna try to like just put one out just to put one out. We'll put out a patch, we'll do like an update. The MUT players, guess what? All your stuff is good for 2 years instead of just 1 year. Are we going to take massive losses? Possibly. But I think in the long run, it'll pay off very well. I'd want people to come back I want to get rid of all the bad stuff that people have. Like they have a problem with my game. I want to try to make it as best as I possibly could. But I'm more about the artistic, and I don't care about making a damn profit. And I don't know if I was like the CEO, probably there's no CEO of Madden. It's just a director. I would probably be fired because my mentality would be like, I just want to put out the best game I possibly could. What would happen if I got to do that for 1 year is the game would be amazing. A lot of people would be extremely happy and I would be fired, but probably because they would lose a lot of sales for like not releasing a game. You can still do in-game purchases, man, and I would try to figure out how to way to make money off a franchise. And I think there are different ways you can make money off of it. Like, we do have downloads, we do have uploads. You can start having people charge people for downloads. If somebody makes a roster, then if you want that roster, if it's really good enough, then you'll pay for it. You know what I mean? It's a product. It's not free. A draft class, whatever. Or you can get the free one that's kind of probably crappy, but the other one, somebody actually put a lot of time in. They should be rewarded for that, man. There's ways to go about stuff. Mutt should have auctions. I think they might. I don't play this. The last time I played Mutt, honestly, was I think MLB The Show 21. And the only reason I played that, I didn't play a single game. I just got like a lot of points for playing offline. So I was like, I'm gonna go buy this car. Oh, that's cool. Then I would, it was cool. People would buy some of my stuff, and then I would get points, and I'd be able to buy a better card. I was kind of like, that's cool. And get the best cards I possibly can get. But I never played the game. I didn't care about playing the game. I don't care about that game mode. But anyway. Yeah, it's just, dude, this society is so backwards. It's so crazy that the people like me are going to work, working our butts off, doing something we don't want to do. Like, look at me. Like, I'm going to be putting in 14 hours today. It's going to be 12 and a half, but, 14 and a half. With my ride, it's an hour each way, so I'm putting in 14 hours. Like, and the way things have been going is people on EBT have been able to go to the grocery store and buy whatever the hell they want, and they're not having to worry about sales or prices or anything like that. I don't know if these are true. When they're saying that people are getting $3,000 a month in food stamps, I don't know why somebody would need $3,000 in food stamps. But if somebody is giving out that much away, they should be fired immediately. They should probably be investigated and tried for fraud, because there's no seriously, if you're giving out, they better have 30 kids or something like that to give out $3,000 in food stamps. Absolutely ridiculous. I know that when I was on them with my ex-wife and our two babies at the time, I think we were getting $350 a month, but that was in 2004, 2004 through 2008, 2007, something like that. But the more money I was making, the less we were getting back, and the more I was having to pay for rent. So like I said, I did things the right way. From being in that situation, obviously I didn't do things the right way, since I had to be on that stuff anyway. But being in that position I put myself in, I tried, and I remember telling the lady, I'm getting, when we got off of all that assistance, I'm glad to get off this so somebody else can use it. Turns out that somebody else was 12 other people. So why do we have 42 million people on food stamps in the first place? That right there is a problem. Our country is between 320 to 360 million people. Now, I don't know the rate But that's not good, man. 42 million people have to rely on the government to eat. That is not good. That's not good, man. At all. I think that the biggest, why people have a problem with people being on food stamps and why they get so pissed off is because of, like, people are like acting like they're proud of it, man. They're acting like they're proud of it that they're on food stamps. And then, like, they go make videos like, dude, I can't believe people watch that shit. Who the fuck watches them go grocery shopping? Like, why would I, like, watch somebody go grocery shopping when I could just do that myself? It's, like, so fucking low tier content creation. Like, the bottom of the barrel. And then you have people, like I said, 3,000 sounds like a stretch. But you have all these people, I don't know who's real and who's not. I don't know if they're being serious or if it's satire. You know, what these people do is they'll go on TikTok, they'll download a video of somebody saying something, knowing that the person who said it was satire to begin with. They know their content is satire. And then they go and post their video on like Twitter, making us all think it's real. You know, I don't know what to believe, man. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't have a lot of trust for people. I don't really... You know what it is? It's like, if you want us to keep using the internet and being isolated, I think they're doing a shitty fucking job at it. I mean, to be honest. If I wanted people to stay isolated and not use the internet, I would definitely keep it living in the real world very expensive for sure. But I would also like try to like boost people too, even if they're like boosted with like fake bots, so they still think that like they think that people are listening. So they keep using it. Like, I really think that a lot of these sites, they might start getting a lot less fucking views. Because people are just like, you know what? I don't know what to believe. It looks like a bunch of shit. It's just like it's all propaganda. I don't know, like, is there any truth on here? So people will just stop using it. And I also do think, and I did post this today, because I want to get this on record, is I think that the big podcasts, if they want to stay relevant in the future, they're going to fight with each other who has less ads on their content. I was listening to, I don't know, I think it was a Tim Pool yesterday, and there was another one I forgot. The Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes interview. And I got a little bit over halfway, maybe like 60% through, and I wanted to listen to the whole thing. But I literally, at some times, like throughout the podcast, I was getting like an ad every 2 minutes. I had to skip it every fucking 2 minutes. I've stopped listening to YouTubers. Well, I thought their content was okay, because they have too many ads in their content. I don't care about what you're selling. I want to know about your opinion on something, or if there's something I don't know, I think you're a reliable source. And I understand that's the way that they make money, but they're going to have to figure out a different way to make money, because I think people are going to just get fucking annoyed with it. I don't, like, and another thing too, like, I was posted this too. I was, looking at Twitter or something, and I clicked on a video of a girl talking, a woman talking. And I usually don't click on them because they really don't say anything I really care about listening to. And they don't really get to the point right away. So basically, she couldn't even say a whole sentence without jump cutting. And I didn't even get halfway through and I cut it. I turned it off. If you can't create content like this and just talk without having to like edit everything out, don't bother. Don't bother creating it. The jump cuts, like, I think the jump cuts were cool at first, but they're just so fucking played out by like now. I don't need to see you unpackaging something. I don't need. I know how it's done. I've opened up a package before. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see you post a camera somewhere so you can pull your car out for your 2 seconds in that video and then go pick up your phone. Like, I don't need to see that shit, dude. It's such a waste of my fucking time. Just get to the point. The jump cut is just fucking annoying. I've tried to do it a little bit, and if you go on my TikTok, I'm sure there's videos of like that on there. But if you look at my long form content, I'm probably coming up on 1,000 videos on here, and I did delete a lot of videos off of here as well because I was worried about my channel being banned. So, dude, I probably have created like 1,500 fucking videos. Grinded this last 10 years on YouTube for nothing. For nothing. But it is what it is. That's why I'm still creating. I'm still working on my my room, and I have to work the next 2 days. I just had 2 days off. I didn't really feel like doing too much, but I got 3 days off after after these 2 nights at work. So I'll be definitely working on my room and getting like the camera shots set up and get my new channel set up on Rumble, and I'm pretty much just gonna go to that and post these videos there uncensored, because I just don't feel like I want to post anything here anymore. I just yeah, it's a lot easier to post here, but I'll have to get used to Rumble, because I still want to create content, but I want to do it on my terms, you know what I mean? And if I'm going to get as many views on Rumble as I get here, then what's the point of like posting anything here? There's not. And if you really like my content that much, then you'll go to the other channel. If you don't, cool, man. Thanks for listening to me, and I appreciate. No hate, no. It's cool, man. It sucks. I'm not a big fan of Rumble. I like YouTube better, to be honest. It seems like it works a lot better. And just I'm just used to the what is it? The dashboard. It kind of sucks getting used to a new dashboard and a new way of doing things, and but I don't expect to get any type of traction. On Twitter, I'm basically probably blocked by a good portion of people on there. And probably muted by a lot more. I'm probably really annoying. People probably find me really crass on there, and I am. I can be very crass. I'm not like that in real life. Nah, in real life, because I'm not gonna treat people like that in real life. Is that weird? Well, because it's the internet. Well, I'm gonna treat people with a little bit more respect. The reason why I say stuff that's edgy on there is because I'm trying to get attention to what I'm saying. I'm trying to get attention put onto what I'm saying. So I say stuff that it could be looked at as repulsive, and people don't like that, then that's fine. You don't have to like that. Well, we don't live in the times of civility anymore. So, and we are civil for the most part, but yeah, when I'm driving around and I'm seeing people with bad words on their bumper stickers or their t-shirts, what are you talking about? Why yeah, I'm not the most polite person on the internet. Well, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It's part of my persona on the internet. Yeah, I'm not 100%. Am I mostly who I am in person that am I on here? Yes, for the most part. For the most part. But I don't let you guys know my private life. So a part of this is entertainment. Is this all entertainment? Am I just saying shit so I can get fucking money and views? Also, I'll say whatever I have to say? No. I say what I think is best with the information that I'm given. And that's it. That'll be it for this video.